Mini Boglins, the former swamp-dwelling creatures now found living in tribes scattered around your house. I was a huge fan of these gross little guys when I was a kid, and I still like them just as much now. So in this video we're going to take a look at my top 5 Mini Boglins. Probably the most successful of the countless Boglin spin-off products, the Minis were first released in 1991 by Ideal Toys in the UK and Giochi Preziosi in Europe. By 1994 there were 3 series with over 100 of these little critters to collect. But for this video I'm going to focus on the first set, which were all designed and sculpted by the original creators, Clarke and Maureen Trotto. Let's get started. Number 5 is Trap, the percussion playing pillock from the Clumsies tribe. This guy has just slammed a pair of cymbals together without noticing his own head was stuck in between. I love the shocked and sadly helpless expression on his squished face. The little details like the wrinkles are great, and I really like his hair sticking straight up. I think that works really well, like it's been forced up by the impact.
Number 4.
In at number 4 is Glup, the burger burglar from the Greedies tribe. This fatty's just scoffed your patty and is hoping you don't notice. Definitely one of my favourites from when I was a kid. It's one of the designs that jump out as being a bit different from the others. The little touches like the sesame seeds on top of the bun and the lettuce and cheese detail on his forehead make all the difference. I spoke to Clarke, the designer, and he told me Glup was his personal favourite from the line. Number 3 is Blarf, the unholy vampire from the Freaks tribe. Stagnant swamp water isn't enough for this guy, he's out for blood. He's got that classic Bela Lugosi look, including the quintessential V-shaped hairdo that any self-respecting vampire has. His design ticks all the boxes: piercing gaze, sharp fangs, and even blood dripping from his mouth. I love his pose too, like he's right in the middle of pouncing on a victim. Big fan of this little creature of the night.
Number 2.
My number 2 is Tat, the melting moron from the Clumsies tribe. One of the most creative sculpts in the series in my opinion. This guy is in the middle of changing state from solid to liquid. His dripping face looks great, and I really like the fact he doesn't have pupils. I think he probably would have looked a bit cheesier if he did, and might have lost some of his charm. You can see his half-formed hand on his remaining arm, still gripping the candle that's causing him to melt into a pile of sludge.
Number 1.
And at number 1 is Spew, the chundering chump from the Rude Dudes tribe. A true classic. To me, this guy exemplifies the gross-out humour of Boglins. With his arched back, stomach-clutching hands and beautifully sculpted torrent of puke, he's an iconic sight. The texture on his skin is good. It's one of the better attempts at portraying scales in the series, and they've even gone as far as including chunks floating in his vom. He's everything a young kid could possibly want. So that's my highly subjective top 5. My favourites out of the 36 Boglins in the first series. A few honourable mentions who came close to making a list include Prod, whose hilarious prank is about to literally backfire on him. Glug, the greedy guzzler. When I met Tim in person, he told me it's definitely meant to be 2 bottles of beer this guy's chugging. And Poig, surely one of a very small group of children's toys who is mid-suicide attempt. Clarke is still making Boglins, both big and small, so make sure you check out his website at totims.com. He's also very active on Instagram at Clarke Toys, so show your support for one of the original toy designers from the 80s by giving him a follow. Now it's your turn. Let me know if you agree with my selection and drop your own top 5s in the comments.